Hello, and welcome back to Fate Extra. Last time we found out who our enemy was, and we have somewhat of an idea of who our enemy's servant is. We have a feeling it's gonna be an archer, according to our matrix. Yeah, that's pretty much all we did. And we explored the rest of the arena A, and we got the cipher key, as well as a new mystic code, or a code or whatever you want or whatever they call it in this one. They call it. What do they call it? Mm, well, I will figure it out. Without any other thing to talk about, let's go ahead into the new day. Master, I informed you yesterday that in the arena that knowledge is the enemy's tactic is key. For that reason, you must drain the campus of information every single day. When you enter the arena, you forfeit any further investigation for that day. Humans do not replicate their actions. So what you miss one day is gone forever. So make a habit of investigating the campus and listening to others before entering the arena. Do you understand? I understand. Indeed. Then let us initiate today's investigation. Alright, and let's talk to everyone. It's weird. I can't get Tosaka to take me seriously no matter what I do. Just watch, I'll show her just how much of a ruthless bastard I can be. I'm sure, buddy. It's such a strain on the system being stressed all the time. I knew the tournament was risky, but it's still hard to accept that you die if you lose. Entering isn't a casual decision. And we have no idea why we entered, so that's gonna be a problem. You fought Shinji. Didn't Father Kudamini say duels were banned outside the Colosseum? The Seraph will jump in before if things get out of hand. But be careful, you don't get penalized. Look at that. It seems our delicate little friend is engaged in some sort of dispute. We might be able to learn something to our advantage. Let's go over there, shall we? Alright. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy first. The girl, I mean. I talked to another competitor, and it seems like masters choose servants they feel something for. It doesn't happen all the time, but but don't you find it interesting? Looks like Shinji's picking a fight with Tosaka over there. Shinji ought to leave people who aren't his opponent alone. So, you got Mato. By the looks of it, he seems pretty good. His servant seems pretty competent too. He's the kind of guy you have to watch out for, you know. Yeah, it's basically the same dialogue and nobody around the corner. Nope. Let's take a chat with Saber, see if she has anything to say, especially. Anything to say? Nope. Alright. That's fine. Sometimes I have some good, fun little anecdotes to say in terms of achievements in this game. You're lucky you got Mato in the first round. Sucks to be whoever got Tosaka. I don't know her personally, but I hear she's a real queen bee. I feel sorry for her opponent. Yep, and we know who her opponent is. That poor son of a bitch in the in the other room. Alright, let's sneak around and see if we can hear what they have to say. I managed to track down Shinji. Looks like he's talking with someone right now. Have you been inside the arena yet? Interesting place, isn't it? I thought it was amazing at first, but it's really pretty primitive. It's like an ocean pulled from a story. I never saw a master who managed to summon Armstrong. I even saw a master who managed to summon Armstrong. Neil Armstrong, if anyone's wondering. Yes, the first man on the moon. Sorry, I'm just messing with you. I dig the sea theme. Overall, the game's pretty well done. What's this? You actually managed to summon a decent servant then. Asia's premier hacker, Shinji Mato. You know, I may have to take crap from you in the past, but this time the winner is me. With her armada to back me up, I'm invincible. Nothing you can do will be able to even touch me. Oh, you must be pretty confident to give out information about your servant to an enemy, Mato. The elegant voice can only be Rin Tosaka's. Only she can crush Shinji's pride with a word. Shinji's face goes bright red as he suddenly realizes how big of a mistake he just made. Yeah, that's right. One-sided fights bore me, so think of this as a gift. But is it really? I might be lying. You might want to forget what I said. That is true. A single word would never expose a servant's true name, after all. However, a class that controls an armada and is tied to a ship will thin out the candidate some. How will she attack? Bombardment or frontal assault? It'll be definitely physical in nature. Well, I guess the only thing left for me to do is to prepare a great many physical barriers. Shinji's face goes from bright red to terrifying shade of blue right before my eyes. Once you learn something about the enemy servants, you can begin to make plans to defeat them. If both sides are strong, but only one side plans, the result of the battle would be obvious. So that's what they mean by knowledge is power. I understand perfectly now. One more thing. I wonder if the Invincible Armada might be relevant to anything. I mean, others will start making references to that, right? Won't that just piss off your servant? And we got our second matrix. Well, whatever. Knowledge means nothing if you can't do anything with it. There's a good chance that you and I will never have to face each other. Hey, how's it going? With that final pathetic attempt at a comeback, Shinji turns and starts walking away. And of course he's heading in my direction. As I wasn't hiding, Shinji sees me right off. You weren't here the entire time, were you? Were you? Well, it's not like you can stop her invincible my servant. Whatever. My victory is all but assured. Catch you later. Oh, and try not to disappoint me. It seems that there are a great many masters who don't understand the stakes involved. I hate agreeing with that harpy, but she's right. Our foe doesn't grasp the power of information. Though difficult, it is vital that we scour the arena and the campus for valuable information. Investigating our foes was the correct course of action, just as I said. Yes, it was. Indeed. To reiterate, obtaining information about our enemy is the key to victory. To make sure we don't overlook anything, we should continue our searches of the arena and campus. More info could come to light with every new day. Do not allow your diligence to flag. Never, ever. Alright, that was that. Let's go into the library and talk to the people. I'm sure you know you can save your progress from the terminal menu, but I suggest you have multiple save files in case something comes up. Good masters prepare for death. Breaking the fourth wall a bit. And what's this? About the Invincible Armada. The name is given to the Spanish Navy during what is known as the Age of Exploration. With over 100,000-ton ships and 65,000 crew members, it almost subjugated all of England. Though the might of its navy, Spain, was seen as the kingdom of which the sun will never set. So, here we go. We have one possible origin of the servant, Spain. Press select while in the arena to view the map. You can't back out of any battles once they initiate, so you'll die if you get defeated. A heroic spirit who wields dual pistols. I could see that being Date Musamune. Tough question, man, but it's kind of fun to brainstorm off the possible answers. A heroic spirit who wields dual pistols. That makes me think of Billy the Kid, Calamity Jane. No, I'm sorry, that isn't right. His servant doesn't look like an Old West outlaw. But then, what in the world could his servant then to be? In any case, I have to return to my own investigation. I really don't know enough. And yeah, we can go ahead and go into the library once we have new matrices and read about them over there. And talking about Matrix, let's take a look at what we got. We still don't know if she's an archer, but we know that her keyword is an Invincible Armada, which is the same thing we learned about there. So, that was it. We keep going on ahead. it. Turns out fighting is a no-no in the arena as well. I tried a sneak attack just now, but the Seraph intervened. Mato attacked you. All's fair in love and war. Okay, that's pretty much it in terms of essential things, but we can still talk to the NPCs around. I heard that you were already assaulted while in the arena. Such impatience. Let's see. I don't think there's anyone here. Nope. It's always good to go ahead and take a look. You never know if you might miss anything. Also, it's a shame that the render distance. Okay, there's nothing there. That mysterious girl isn't there today. And up here there is nothing. We can go down now and keep going down. And talk to this guy. How's your investigation coming along? Me? I can't seem to find out anything about my opponent. My opponent was as clueless and careless as Shinji. My life would be much easier. Taiga isn't here today, so we can't deliver her sword, giving us one more opportunity to go into the arena and take the sword if you don't have already. Hey, guess what? I came across my opponent while in the arena, so naturally I jumped them, but oh my god, my servant's special attacks were awesome. They made my mind melt. See, he switched his blade with his left hand and then bam! Done. He's invincible. Hey, Hakuno, have you acquired any triggers yet? I still need to go grab mine. I'm not too worried about it. I still have 4 days left to get both. Hey, Sakura, anything to say? I'm sorry, healing supplies can only be handled once per round for each master. Please come back next week. She doesn't have much of a character in this game. That comes in CCC later. Here we are. We can't get into the chapel yet, which is a shame because we need the chapel to actually distribute our status or stats. Let me see, stats. Servant. Yeah, for now everything's on E, which is definitely not something that's very good. I don't remember if it's on day 4 or day 5, but we do get it before the final fight with Shinji. I was just about to grab a cipher key when my opponent ambushed me. Is nowhere sacred? And we can go ahead and go into here. But the girl is here still. If you try to get into the Colosseum during the prep period, the Seraph will stop you. A little more time and I would have made it in. So yeah, the Colosseum, it doesn't allow you to go into the Colosseum to get an unfair advantage, to see what the arena is like. Not that that really matters. Anyways, as you will see what the arena looks like in a few days. We still don't need to buy much of anything, but I'm still gonna go down here and talk to everyone. Have you got around to buying a return crystal? Using one will let you return to the campus at any time. You'll want to have at least one on hand. It's not really useful, at least for these big first ones. Oh my god, this sandwich was so delicious that I lost track of time. I better head to the arena right this instant. And there is no one on this side. So we can't interact with this door, which is a bit of a shame. Anyway, let's see what the commissary has today. It's the same thing, really. Same thing with the durable clothes. You can buy more than one, but it's a waste of money. Gym clothes required by the Tsugi Mihara Academy. Wearing them will increase your fortitude. It's not worth it buying more than one. Anyways, we can just go ahead and go into the arena. But first, you actually fought Shinji Mato? So, how did it go? Is he as strong as everyone says he is? Fighting anyone without enough info is suicide, especially if that person's servant is strong. If you don't discover a master's weakness before facing them, you're as good as dead. While she was in the arena, I started poking the campus around for her, but I was starting to wonder, why am I doing all of her work. Keep this to yourself, okay? Uh-oh, trouble in paradise it seems. Has anyone explained you how to utilize the information matrix yet? It cannot be stressed enough that obtaining information on your opponent is the key to victory. Any information you uncover will be automatically entered into your information matrix. Be sure to check your matrix every now and then. Here, ignorance can be fatal. As she says once again. Right, there's not much to do in day 3, so let's go into the arena. The second arena hasn't even been opened yet, so the first chimeric lunar sea. Green and Lust combine to burst into brilliance and lead onwards to this. Oh my god, what the fuck does that mean? Had something of the sea. Anyway, now this is the first day we can go into the arena completely unbothered by Shinji shenanigans. So I guess we can fight every enemy at least one time. Let me give us a bit of a look before we... Oh my god, where is it? How... Oh, it's yeah, we can definitely go into the next day without pausing. Right, so this guy has break on basically everything. Oh yeah, this is easy. This pattern is the easiest one. He just goes full break. You can just keep going and attacking. There we go. We gain a pretty minuscule amount of XP now from these guys, but it's still good to go around. We still haven't met our ideal level, which is level 8. But it's always nice to go, it's always good to... right, we don't know what he's gonna do, so let's go. Oh no, he has break in the end. That means he can go guard here, so let's go break, and then this. It was exactly that. Wonderful. The more you defeat enemies, the more info you get on them. There we go. And we get ether shards. We get healing items too by defeating enemies. So that's always a good thing too. I'm not gonna go ahead and go to the long detour of going above to just fight the enemy above. It's a bit of a waste of time. I'm just gonna go ahead and fight the other two. Right, the guy has attack, so it's gonna be break, guard, break, guard. There we go. And now we do 1, 2, and 3. And the extra turn is enough to kill. There we go. Alright, the next enemy should be enough to get us to another level. Which is that guy, the Inspire. Come here. Alright, he has attack guard. Attack guard can be 2 things. So I'm gonna go with... what is the least risky one? Right, let's try guard, break, guard, break. Got it, I think. Yep, we definitely got it. Nice. Awesome. Great. Unfortunately, we still are basic level. Has guard in the end, can be basically anything. So let's just go with the full-on break at this point. There's really no reason not to. There we go. The guy has a tendency to guard a lot, so if you have any doubts on what to do, you can just use a lot of breaks on the Inspire. That is, I honestly recommend you using a guide, not a guide, but like a table of enemies, what the enemies' attack patterns can be. It saves a lot of trouble. Right, this guy has break on 4. Break on 4 is a shame because it can be literally anyone. The safest thing to do is just be attack, attack. Honestly, just go full attack because he has no breaks. He has no guards, I mean. So it's the safest just go full on attack for this guy. Same thing. He has attack on the end, which is the same, really. Yeah, attack, 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 and guard. There he goes. We got a little bit of XP on that, and we can just go ahead. The items don't respawn, so it's a bit... We can just return. Yes. There we go. And Saber's asleep after a hard day at work. We got everything. We got the servant info too, and we just need one more till we start till we find out who she is. Let's go ahead and save. And since it's such a short day, day 3, we can just keep going. Walking through campus, I can see various NPCs who appear as busy students among the masters. Not only do the NPCs look slightly different, but their behavior seems a little off. Maybe it's their lack of soul to them. It's their lack of soul. To them, this battle is just a string of data variables. Within a small group of gathered masters, one person stands out like a sore thumb. Oh, looks like he just hangs out his servant. I wonder who that one could be. Oh, it's you. So you qualified for the actual tournament as well. I believe that I remarked that we would meet again. It's Leo. The force of his presence overwhelms his seemingly innocent appearance. Before, it felt like he was a wolf let loose in a chicken coop. Now, I feel out of place. And he isn't alone. Behind him stands a shadowy figure, radiating the same aura of strength. Shadowy? The figure is clad in armor, and armed with a sword. His aura marks him as a servant.
Gawain ですか? ああ、僕としたことが失念していました。
In a twist of these types of games, he just outright says his servant's name, Gawain, the Knight of the Round Table.
Gawain, 挨拶を。
従者のガウェインと申します。以後お見知りおきを。どうか我が主の良き好敵手であらんことを。
This is also the first appearance of Gawain in the Fate franchise, at least visual, I believe. As the armored figure nods in greeting, an enigmatic smile forms on his lips. He is the exemplar of knighthood, and though a servant, he has the same bearing as his master. Sir Gawain, one of the Knights of the Round Table, mentioned in the light of King Arthur. It is said that his prowess is rivaled King Arthur's, and his holy sword was equal in power to Excalibur. It's obvious that he is a Saber class servant. It won't be too hard to learn more about him. Maybe you'll discover a weakness of his. I'm sure Leo is aware of how much information he's given, but he seems unconcerned. It's obvious that he chooses not to concern himself with such things as subtlety or tactics. For him, if something is destined to be revealed, so be it. From his point of view, his victory is all but assured. His superiority, even over others, reinforced every single day he was born.
それでは
I
失礼
must
し
take
ま
my...
す
wait, he's talking.
再会を祈っています。どうか悔いのない戦いを。
With a polite bow, Leo and his servant turn and depart, leaving me somewhat dumbfounded. And Tosaka just shows up. Leo? I knew one of the Haraboys would be here, but the son of the family himself. With that murmured comment, the murderous glare Rin showed to Leo is almost palpable. The power of the Holy Grail. I guess the plutocrats of Europe see a threat in the Seraph. But still, to risk him, oh well, that was what was borrowed on Earth will be repaid in heaven. Things must just got more interesting, although my power as a wizard are far superior to his. And there she goes. I get the feeling that Leo has a little concern for those like us. Without so much as saying hi, the now fired up Rin Tosaka almost seems to stomp away. I should spend more time looking into Gawain's background. I'll head to the library later. And the evening. We always spawn in class 2A. I don't know why she just keeps going into this class. Maybe it's just a comfortable routine, but it's a interesting thing to do, to say the least. Shinji's smiling from ear to ear. Did something good happen? Uh-oh, that can't be good. Are you prepared for your fight with Shinji? I'm not ready at all. Ugh, this is so hard. I want to give up already. If you don't have any information on your opponent, it's almost impossible to land an attack. The enemy servants may be a heroic spirit, but you'll still need to discover who they are. What's with Mato? I heard him boasting in the library. I don't know what's going on. If you want to find out, you go check the library. We will, but first, let's go ahead and talk to Saber for a little bit. Ah, great. Here we get our first real conversation with Saber. In terms of all three servants we can choose, Saber is by far the easiest with like no wrong answers. Actually, I don't think there are any wrong answers you can just give her. There are no wrong answers. You can choose what you like to say with her. So let's go ahead. Saber stares solemnly at me. My nervousness is due to the strength of her daunting gaze. My questions about the Holy Grail War have only increased since that moment I made a contract with Saber. And the war aside, I still want to know who she is.
そうしゃよ。そう頼りのない顔をされると世も居づらい。雨に濡れそぼったロバを見る思いだ。気になる点があるのなら問うがよい。今は休憩中だ。
Now will be a good opportunity to ask. Alright. We have three things to ask. That one's pretty obvious. I'm not gonna ask that. What's your true name is a bit too direct, so give me a second. Sorry, cough game over me. And why are you so imperious? So, we can ask all three, honestly.
なんと世の名が気になって仕方がなかったのか。しかし目前の戦いより世のことが気になるとは。
Though she's admonishing me, Saber exudes pleasure. She must be happy that I asked about her name. She continues speaking.
だが王者たるもの問われれば答えるが矜持というもの。昔語りはこそばゆいがそなたとは純潔を誓い合った仲だと。よし、まずは初めの名だな。とくと聞け。世の幼名はル。
Saber's voice halted, as if she suddenly remembered something. 1 second, 2, 3, 4, 5. The young blonde woman and I stare at each other. What was that, Lu? Are you Lu Bu?
ではない。危ない。勢い離すところだった。 言ったであろう。神明はしばらく隠すとその手には乗らないぞ。
She has a very cute sprite here, with her
この
blushing and all.
神明はそなたが魔術師として大成した時におのずと分かろう。今はただ精進のみに専心せよ。
Embarrassed at nearly being had, Saber snubs her nose at me and falls silent. Apparently, it was too soon to try and learn her real name. And we can go ahead and ask her the other things. Are you a girl, Saber?
それは肉体面での話か、それとも精神か、魂か。それによって答えは変わってくるぞ。
Which is an interesting answer to give to that question. That was unexpected. I asked because she was a masculine bearing and tone of voice. Tone of voice, really? So I thought perhaps she was had been raised a boy.
肉体面での性別でなら紛れもなく女性だ。背丈はもう少し欲しかったが、世は全くこれっぽっちも気にしていない。なのでそなたも気にするな。今後背の話をするときは覚悟せよ。
Well, sorry about the last part. Alright, I've learned one thing. From now on, I'll be sure to use petite or short, or not use petite or short to describe Saber, since I do value my life.
次に精神面での話だが、これは半々というところだろう。立場上、性別で思考が偏らないよう努めてきたが、根は乙女でありたいと思っている。美しいものは大好きだ。
Oh, from her brusque attitude and gallant action, I figured she would value valor above all. My core is a maiden. That sentiment seems incongruous with her warrior spirit, but knowing that gentleness resides somewhere in her makes me less nervous about the battles to come.
そして最後に魂だな。これは肉体、精神とは別次元の存在の根底にあたる方向性のことだ。我ながら感心するのだが、世はどちらでもいけるぞ。どちらか一方ということはない。
Wait, what?
英雄色を好むというしな。美少年は良い。美少女はもっと良い。なんであれ、美しいものは大好物だ。
In other words, I'm not going to shut up now when I want to brag, and now that I can brag. That's rich from my blood, no matter how you figure it. It seems that it would be better if I were not inquire any further. And we can also do the last one. Why are you so imperious?
いかがも何も、これ以上に的確な名はない。世が望まずとも、世は世なのだ。そなたにも両親に名付けられた名があろう。それを偽ることは、そなただけでなく、そなたの両親の願いまで汚すことになる。世が己を語れたのは、幼少期までの話だ。仮に一個人を名乗れる時があるとしても、それは世の半生の敗北を意味する。世が捧げた全てを捨てさせるほどのもの。そんなものと出会えたのなら、その時こそ好みは人に戻るのだ。
The young female knight speaks with certainty that such a day had never and will never come. She seems to boast that she devoted her life to something. And we're gonna put that. We might as well save. Right, and I have the little guide open, and now I can tell you her battle lines. Her achievement lines are 1 perfect battle, 30 perfect battles, and 100 perfect battles. In this stage, she will give you an elixir as a reward. There is 1 for item usage, 1 for using 30 items, she'll just congratulate us, and 1 for 100 items, which will actually upgrade one of her skills when we get it. Another for defeating 1 rare monster, and another for defeating 5 rare monsters, but no rewards. and for using whole noble phantasm on 3 non-boss enemies, which we will do in eventuality. The 100 items is a bit of a bore to do, since basically all we need to do is buy like 99 of the cheapest things and just continuously use them in the arena, which is a bit boring, but nothing all too difficult. Let me see, there we go. Pleasant evening to you. I trust you're doing well, all things considered. You will never catch even a glimpse of victory if you insist on always running away. However, facing a foe you know nothing about is lunacy. In this war, information is everything. To defeat your opponent, learn all you can about them, their class, skills, even their history. The more info you have, the easier it will be to create a plan and to predict your opponent's actions. For now, why don't you go to the library? There's a treasure trove of information there. Why are you telling me this? No reason really, I just have a feeling that you'll somehow come out on top. Mato is an idiot, but he has won before. It'll make things easier if he gets defeated early on. Anyways, do your best. Might learn a few things about Shinji and Leo's servants. I should probably listen to her advice and go poke around the library. That is their not so subtle hint hint nudge nudge to go ahead. Alright, actually, hold on a second. I'm gonna go back and redo one of the options over here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask this one. We can just nope. What is the button to skip things again? We can just skip this one. That's the one that makes her the happiest, so we can just do that one. And that's it. Sorry about that, I had to... I'm gonna go ahead and save over this one, just in case, and do another one. You never know. Right, we already talked to this guy, right? Right, the skip things is square, but since it was a speaking line, I'm guessing that didn't allow us to skip. We just skip this, we already talked to Tosaka. Now for some reason it opens the thing again, which is very weird. Alright, we can just go ahead and explore more. How's the investigation going? You can learn everything from the library, you know. You have to grab the tiger by the tail sometimes. I'm talking about fighting them. I see the floors open between trials. Have you checked out the second floor yet? Mato is such a hack. A little bit of flattery will get him to spill his guts. I got it. I know the class of my opponent's servant. Victory shall be mine. By the way, I saw Shinji walk off with some book. Can you believe he actually reads? I think it was a book about pirates. Now that might be another hint. About Gawain, one of the major knights mentioned in the Arthurian cycle, and often thought to be the King Arthur's nephew. Equal in skill to Lancelot, he served as an advisor to Arthur. He was at odds with Lancelot due to his slaying of both Gawain's brothers. Due to his overwhelming ability and youthful impetuousness, he placed his family ties above all else. It was Sir Gawain's hatred of Lancelot that eventually led to his and Arthur's eventual downfall. It was the Battle of Camlan that Sir Gawain fell, after being struck in an old wound caused by Sir Lancelot. When you like the exit thing, be advised one day you'll end. Yeah, okay. Just oh hi, hello Leo. Hakuno Kishinami, congratulations on making it to the main tournament. Your first opponent is Shinji Mato, I believe. Be cautious around him. I hear his servant is powerful. Oh, it seems you don't fully accept that your previous school life was but a convenient farce. Let's see, since fate has made us companions, perhaps I should explain things to you, shall I? Yes, please, Leo. Let's get started. Do you know what a reality marble is? It's a thaumaturgical technique where one space is transformed into a completely different space. Some servants are able to generate reality marbles. As it takes a great deal of energy to sustain a reality marble, most last only a few minutes. The school that houses the house prelims happened to be a reality marble, generated by the Holy Grail. Besides, the school, as it appears in the prelims, the current school, the arena, and the Colosseum, all are individual reality marbles, created by the incredible magic of the Holy Grail. To give you an idea of just how powerful the Holy Grail is, even the most advanced supercomputer couldn't sustain one reality marble with this length of time. All the participants in the Holy Grail had their memories wiped upon entering. Then the Holy Grail's reality marble gave all the participants school personas to inhabit. Masters had a time limit for 4 days to realize that they had been tricked into playing a role. Potential masters had to pass that basic test to enter into the Holy Grail War. Though Tosaka seems to shake off her yoke very quickly. By the way, Miss Fujimura and Issei Ryodo aren't masters, they're NPCs with specific roles. The masters who did not break free of the fantasy were dealt with death. Tragic, but the Holy Grail War itself is a lengthy process of killing the weak. A word of advice: learn all you can. I assure you the information will benefit you greatly later on. That's kind of an interesting, nice little thing to say. And here is Shinji. Hey, what do you have to say? Hey, look what the cat dragged in. I never expected to run into you. Who am I kidding? I'm just messing with you. The library is the best place to find info. I know all about you, so I expect you to go all out against me. But enough about me, it looks like you're having a hell of a time finding the book you want. Unfortunately for you, I've thoroughly taken every book about my servant and hid them. I thought I'd have more fun this way. I hid everything inside the arena. I wonder if a weak sauce master like you will be able to find them. By the way, what does your servant want in return for helping you? Money, right? I knew it. Do your best while I still can. Well, see you around, good luck. I hope you put a little more of a fight the next time we meet in the arena. You're starting to bore me. Well, I guess we're going to the arena. Do you see information matrix? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we don't need that. Repeat yourself. Did we talk to that guy? I think we did. Yep, okay, we did. Let's go ahead and go to the 3rd floor, so just check. What did he say? So, Shinji Mato is hiding in from you. He must have hit it really deep somewhere. And there is the other girl, which we don't know the name of.
Anata.
I must find the one my professor spoke of. Oh well, we'll find out more about her later. And nobody on this side. Okay, we can just go to the roof, see if anyone's there. And then go to the 1st floor. Nobody's here, okay. Hey, Kotomine. You have a cipher key. Excellent. You'll soon get the other one at this rate. The 2nd floor is where you'll find the secondary trigger. Head to the arena. You should be able to go to a new floor. I've said my piece. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. Have you set foot on the chapel yet? The system jurisdiction doesn't penetrate that far, but you can strike on your servant there. Well, I've said my piece. Go and slaughter to your heart's content. There we go. Now we can level up our servant. My beloved candle sword. You actually found it. Thank you. By the way, I hate to ask for another favor, but Hakuno, do you think you can do your lovely teacher one more teensy favor? Why not? Really? Oh, thank you. Truth be known, I really need a tangerine stat. There should be a tangerine on the 2nd floor of the arena. If you could get it for me before the end of the 1st round, I'd be ecstatic. If you manage to get it, I'll give you a fabulous decoration for your private room. Good luck! And that's the rewards we get for the Tiger Quest. Decorations for your room. Have you been to the chapel yet? After the prelims, it became a totally different place. I suggest you head over there and see the changes for yourself. And let's go there right now. Not before we talk to this one yet. School buildings are all chaotic, I understand why, but it's nice to come here and relax. I push open the heavy door to the chapel and go inside, where it's dark and eerily silent. I get this strange feeling that this place is completely cut off from the rest of the world. There is no one in the pews, as I get used to the dim light. A flash of color hurts my eyes. Those two women, they don't lie like sisters. And why are they here anyways? Hey there, welcome to the chapel. You're the one to perform an alteration of the soul. And that name, Aoko Awazaki, may seem a bit familiar. As well as the other one, which we're gonna see in a bit. Ah, you're dead. What's it again? Oh, and I can't remember the last time I forgot something. And yes, if you've played, I think the name is Witch of the Holy Night. Yeah, and we're gonna know who these two characters are. They show up there. I mean, I think that's a bit of an understatement, but yeah. And also Tsukihime. Aoko shows there too. Well, it's not like the details matter, and the more test subjects, the better, I always say. Welcome to the Eden of the East. I assume you're here for an alteration of the soul? Alteration of the soul? What is that supposed to mean? Realizing you have no clue as what to answer, she continues talking. Oh, you don't know what the alteration of the soul is? But you came here anyways, amateur. Alteration of the soul? What is it, you ask? Simply put, you link your soul to your servants. When a servant's rank increases, we can strengthen the link. That's done by hacking into each soul and choosing what we improve. And here we have an explanation of the level up. Well, it's like my sister said, my job is to perform alterations made possible by various events. Sisters. Are these two really related? I was about to ask if they're really sisters, but a sudden wave of hatred from the two stopped me. You get the gist of it, right? If you want to do an alteration to the soul, let me know. As for that creature over there, she's totally useless, like an 8-track tapes on the C prompt. And you're lower than dirt. Don't screw up, or the moon cell will come down on you again. Yeah, how many times do I have to tell that master was at fault that time? They specifically told me to quasi-legally alterations, so I had a few extra skills. Laugh now, but it wouldn't be funny if the one who lost because of your tournament incompetence. Listen well, girl. If you value your life, do not put any trust in that thing's abilities. If I were you, I'd stick to reimagining the spiritual statuses of your servant that may have lost. Can talk to Toko here. The red-headed sister is less than useless. Actually, as more Aoko Awazaki isn't really suited for this particular task, even if pseudo-magus like me can see that. For some reason, I thought all things servant-related were the preserve of Toko Awazaki. What was that? Oh yes, I'm far more skilled at alteration than Naoko, by a factor of 10 or so. I hate having to take Toko's abuse every day. I'll try to control my rage for now. Even as she said that, I can see the veins popping on Naoko Awazaki's clenched fist. But aren't you exaggerating a little? I mean, 10 times? I'm amazed that Naoko didn't immediately throttle Toko after her snide and offensive comment. Why are you so surprised? And I wasn't trying to be snide, merely honest. In this case, shutting down and accepting her fate is beneath me. Let me read that again. In this case, shutting up and accepting her place is beneath me is the only thing Aoko can do. Aoko gnashes her teeth in rage, but if Toko is so talented, why isn't she doing the alterations? I have other things to attend to, not to mention all the stuff Kokuto dumped on me. Right now, I'm simply helping, keeping an eye on my lousy sister, so she doesn't accidentally kill someone. So, just ignore me. I'll need to perform the alteration to the soul, ask the monkey over there. Anything else? You should be in the arena training instead of talking with me. You're still far too weak. Anything else? Yep, alright. And let's go ahead and do an alteration of the soul. Well, what do you say we try an alteration right now? Yes. Alright, so. is we get skills for each 10 points we put in our servant. And Saber here, it is recommended that she has at least A+ in strength, A in defense, C in agility, and then don't touch magic or luck. It's basically useless. Critical hit rate and defense when in jeopardy means low health, which by that point you're gonna die, so don't even try it. We have magic, which she doesn't use any magic attacks, so it's a bit useless. So for now, and then agility, damage stats, raises skill speed, meaning when you use the skill at the same time as an enemy servant, you go first, and lowers damage done by enemies and damage done to enemies. These are the easiest ones to understand. So let's start by increasing to D, and this one to D as well, and we can just spread this around like so, and we can initiate the alteration. And we gain our first skill, Veil of Petals.
一つ霊覚を取り戻したと見える。鍛錬ご苦労である。次は世がそなたに報いる番だな。
What now? Need another alteration? No, fuck. I don't. Alright, we can just go ahead and go back now. There's something going on in the garden. When I go look, I see Shinji causing trouble again. It appears that Shinji is being thrown out of the chapel after angering that old man.
教会では静かにするものだ。君の神がどのようなものかは知らんが、神父からそう教わらなかったかね。
Sorry, my bad. I'm an atheist, swear to God. I've always believed that the Japanese were polite. I guess I was misled. I leave this place at once. The gates of heaven will remain closed to the unbeliever. It appears that in your haste to learn how to fight, you forgot to learn dignity and respect. Yeah, I really hate old geezers like you, always talking down to me. When it comes to time to fight, you can bet your ass I'll be teaching you a thing or two. Well, there goes Shinji making friends everywhere. Anyway, we can still go outside before we enter the second floor of the arena. Let's talk this guy first. Hey, I just saw Shinji bolting towards the library. Man, that guy's like an open book. Hey, what's up, you? By the way, when did your command seal appear? Nice, your left hand. Mine's it's a tramp stamp. You don't know how embarrassing that is. Alright, this thing is a bit of a thing that's not mentioned often, but the command seal doesn't have to be on your hand. Like in Stay Night, Tosaka had one in her arm. Outside of you. It was Shiro that was in his hand and had to like hide it or something. It's kind of fun that guy has a tramp stamp. My servant got angry at me and told me to train my body instead. He means well, huh? And Archery Girl isn't here today. Okay. We can finally go into the second arena, which is a lot bigger. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and finally take a look how our items are. Yeah, we are gonna go and buy ourselves some materials. You have anything to say? Oh yeah, have you swung by the nurse's office yet? The nurse hands out free stuff occasionally, so she said you stop by when you have the time. Heads up, word has it they're serving super spicy bread curd soon. Huh, can't wait. Alright, items. We have the curry bread, which restores a minuscule, and we have ether powder and ether shards. For now, let's go ahead and buy as many ether shards as we can. There we go. We can sell stuff we don't really need, but for now, let's keep all we have. Nobody in this way? No, okay. The second cipher key has been generated on the second floor. The second key has been created. I need to get it before the battle 3 days from now. Mato must be desperate to expose his servant's identity like that. Here, knowledge is power. The more data contained in your information matrix, the better it is for your servant. And what about you? Do you have anything to say? There's this stuck-up boy who came here earlier. He probably talks to himself in the mirror. Looks like kind of irritated and talking to himself. Something like, I get it now. Yeah, okay, we already talked to you. Okay. Off we go. Into the second floor. The second floor. What the hell is that? Sepulchre of the sea. That's a weird one. I sense an unpleasant aura. They must be lurking somewhere nearby. It'd be a catastrophe if they attack us from behind while we return to campus. We should face head on now. Master, we should locate the boy that lowly extra hid here before they suspect that what we're up to. Alright, and before we begin, I want to see something. Okay, yeah, we're good to explore until we find the book. So let's do just that. It's a good thing to also bump into the what do you call it? The walls. Let me take a look. I have a map here. Okay. Because there are actually secret areas in this game. Come to me. It's another Inspire, but we have more things now. So, this guy has guard in the second and the fourth, which could be this. Let's see if it is. It is. Awesome. And you can see the immediate increase in damage we're doing. Now we can kill this guy in just one perfect string. And that's great. Alright, let's keep going. The same thing, so we can just do the same thing again. Wait, no, it's in 5 this time. In 5 and in 2 could mean... Let's see if it is. We were correct. Nice. There we go. Yep. See? Just like that. They are normally obvious, though, so not really much to worry. Just hug the walls and you'll get it eventually. And there we have a new enemy. Guarding a button to unlock the grid. This guy is the Viper, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 patterns. But we're in luck. He has only one with guard at the end, which is break. Attack. No, his thing is guard, break, 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 guard, guard. So Attack, attack, attack. Break, break.
行くぞマスター。高いな。受けるがよい。
And he's gone.
見事な采配だった。肩慣らしにはちょうどよい。
Yes. There we go. We might as well just clear the whole map. We don't need to, but it's nice to have 100% in the end of the day of exploration. We can go ahead and rub ourselves against the walls. Saber is tweaking out of there a little bit. And this, yeah, you can see this pretty obvious, the secret areas. Even if they aren't, you can just rub yourself against the things in it, against the wall. Right, here's another Crix. He has break on his 4th, which sucks. It can be pretty much everything, but he has a lot of breaks, so we can just do same good old do just attacks. And down he goes. He gives a lot of XP, so it's always nice to kill him. Yeah, there's another Crix. Another basically free XP at this point. Wait, he has attack in his first, so yeah, I mean, it can be one of two, whatever. We kill him in basically one hit, and at this point, so there's no really need to worry at this point. There he goes. This is a very long hallway. And there we go again. No, it's attack and guard. He always ends in attack, so it's good to do that. Alright, no, you don't need to worry because we already got him. Oh my god, 1 XP? That's crazy. Nice. And we are still going down into a sunken ship. He has attack there and attack there, so that means it can be either break, attack, break, break, attack, attack. Let's go for this then. It appears to be correct. Nice. Nice. And all that for 1,000 points. It really isn't worth it unless you want the XP and get the exploration points at 2. Anyways, we can just go ahead and head up. I mean, the environment is pretty cool, I will say. Look at that, the sunken ship and everything. I do like it a lot, better than the first arena, at least. It does give a bit more variety instead of just the same old transparent walls everywhere. Yeah, right now this is our first, I think that's a mini-boss. Pretty sure he's a lot stronger than the rest. He is a cluster horn. He has attack on the second one, which is good. We know I know his exact things. We can just do this, 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 this. He goes in triangle.
見ているがよい出直せそこは動くな受けるがよい
This pattern is relatively easy.
さっと打ち
And
砕
this guy is the last of the enemies we're gonna find in this area. He gives a lot of XP. So it's a good place to farm. Just wait around here a bit until he respawns. He's relatively easy to fight too. He's really just a... If you see an attack somewhere or a guard or something, go like behind one. So like for example, if he goes for guard and in the last one, it's gonna be attack, break, guard, attack, break, things like that, you know? Alright, this guy is actually more difficult. He has a guard on 2, meaning he can be either guard, well, we know he's gonna be guard, and 1 break. The problem is he gonna be break or guard? Let's risk it and do like this.
よい始めよう赤いなそこは動くな
Okay, yep, that's the same.
もらったぞ
Now the question is... Oh, never mind. We instantly kill him.
肩慣らしにはち
I'm
ょう
so
ど
used to
よい
doing this thing with the caster at this point, since she's my favorite character, that, like, we need a lot more to actually kill him. And that is... Let me see, what is that? That's another ship, I'm sure. Oh, that is locked, so we can't go there yet. Well, we can't go there either. Can take a look around here, but there's nothing special. You can see a little fishy over there swimming. There's another viper. Praetor, there's a suspiciously hidden passageway here. What do you say we see where it leads? This seems like a place that boy would favor for his hiding place. Praetor, I highly recommend you open that box immediately. And we obtained the faded journal. There it is. The book that Shinji was so desperate to keep hidden appears to be some sort of diary written on sheaves of parchment. It's so old that the inks began to fade. But I'm able to read the name of the ship, the Golden Hind, the names of several of the islands on the partial manifestos hijacked ships. Now, if you've played Uncharted 3, you know what the Servant is. This must be the ship's log of a pirate that sailed the high seas. It must have been constructed with a fairly powerful program, since Shinji is obviously unable to delete this folder and had to hide it here. Without a doubt, this must be connected to that servant in some way. It's a pity that her true name isn't legible, but this book should prove a useful clue to her identity. Damn, I didn't expect them to find it so easily, Hakuno. And I went through all the trouble of bringing it down here. Oh well, I just have to take it back now. And now Shinji's gonna go after us. He just flipped the switch. And Shinji should be around the corner, honestly, I think. And we get the Saint's Manifold. And that is... display components information. Not particularly useful, I will say. I think it's more useful just to have the MP and heal. Just head over here and head down. And now we have guard. The first one sucks because he says guard on everything. We can just do this. Let me see if it works. Nope, it doesn't. Well, we got
大
lucky.
義である。
Anyways, we can take a look and see just how much
もう少し
the
楽しませよ。
ether powder heals. Can we only use it in let me see. Can we only use it in weird? It appears we can only use it in battle, which is weird. I don't remember that, like being like that, but okay. Yep, ooh, there's Shinji over there. Weird. Okay, really doesn't really matter anyways. Let's take a look at the status. We can take a look at this thing as released. Inflicts special physical damage to an enemy. And we can take a look at our command seals while we're at it. We have 3. Anyways, we can finally go ahead and see what Shinji wants. Hey, buddy, we can't duke you. You must be getting real desperate if you're searching for it in a place like this. Anyways, too bad for you. You came all this way just for me to take that book away from you. So you finally slid into the stage, you lowly bit player. Traitor, I want you to bear witness to what obtaining information in the Holy Grail truly means. Based on the information of Matrix level, you'll be able to see more of your opponent's chosen actions. Be sure to use the information you've gathered to its fullest to devise a plan of action and defeat your opponent. We obviously can't defeat
前回と
her
同じ
yet.
ようにはいかん。
いいさ実力の差を見せてやるよ
わかるか。
We have 2
情報を
things,
奪われるということだ。
and I might as well just go ahead and let you see what the power she uses. Archer question mark basically just uses attacks, so we might as well just check. Attack. Boom.
砲撃よーい
And she uses a skill on this one. This is what the speed basically works.
落ちよ。ロサイクト。
It decides which servant moves quickest. I mean, and yeah, we were unfortunate there and didn't get it correctly.
立て直すがよい。
While we're here, we might as well see how little ether powder heals. You just keep guarding, honestly.
ガメ
気が利くな。
See, 50 points is not all that much.
頭のいい勝ち方っていうのはこういうこと
And he does the thing that decreases our servant's luck.
させぬ。させぬ。今日はつまらぬ。
Can do another ether powder.
よい、始めよう。気が利くな。
ちょっと黙って
And we got stunned. That sucks. We got hit by everything. And she got it. No, she didn't get a perfect there. No way. How can I possibly get hurt? Don't start getting cocky now. And anyways, the Seraph is watching. I'll be victorious in the end. An excuse truly befitting of one so pitiful. But more importantly, I've reached a number of conclusions. First of all, that item related to our enemy's servant is definitely a ship's log. Secondly, based on the ship's battery she has just revealed, if her prowess with vehicles is so advanced that it means that without a doubt she is a rider. And we get another information matrix. Now we obtained the book that frail man-child tried to hide. We can leave this place without any problems. If you wish, we can go on to obtain the trigger today and return to rest for the day. Do what you think is best. Now I'm really curious, can't we really use... That's very weird. I was under the impression you could use it, that's odd. Maybe that's in CCC. Anyways, we can read about this. Sailing logs of a renowned explorer who successfully circumnavigated the globe. The logs themselves are illegible, with pages cracked and flaying. However, it seems that the author of these logs was a ship's captain, who made their name as both an adventurer and fleet commander. Anti-Magic Tea cancels single action spells. It also bestows magical resistance equal to a normally provided by a physical talisman, such as an amulet. Now we know her true class, a rider. Right, that's that. We can just keep going. The music's so good in this game, I love it a lot. Alright, here's the other guy. Yep, another Viper. Might as well just keep using ether powders. To gain our, keep using items so we can get the upgrade for the skill later on. Let me see, guard, break and guard. Break on 4 and guard. That's basically all of yours. Let's go for this. You always go on break, you always go guard. The problem is the next one, which I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. Yeah, we got it wrong, damn. So the other guy, come here. Break, Crix. On break on 3 and 4, it's also a shame because he has bad that on basically all of them. Let's go this. We got it right? They didn't get it right, damn. And it's gone. Take a look at something. Yeah, we should be able to use these items, right? Something wrong? What is going on? Might actually have to see something. Right, let me see. Hold on, I think something messed up in my settings. Let's just try using this. One for each. Yep. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Oh my god, it was the settings on the emulator that was messing me up. Right, we can't just use these whenever we want. There we go. Such a weird thing to happen. Anyways, we can go either way. No, we can't. I mean, we can't. You. Yeah, right, let me see. What do you have? Honestly, we can just start using Veil of Petals at this point. Viper. We have a break and guard. Break and guard on 5. Damn, that sucks. I mean, not exactly. We can still. Let's see if this works. Nope, wrong one again. We've still got him. Can go up here. Even if there is nothing. We should also keep an eye out for Tangerine, which is probably that one over there. Alright, we have break. Break. So that must mean like this. It is indeed. How nice. Nice. And we got the Tangerine. Right, so guard, yes, break and attack. Right. That's basically whatever. Alright, that should be enough. There we go. Now that's the exit over there. That's another item. This guy is actually pretty good. It's super easy to defeat. He has break at the beginning, so that means we gotta go like this. And we got the Exorcism Blade. This item, damage and stun versus enemy skills, which is actually pretty useful. I'll take a look at it in a bit. Versus this guy. We can take a look at it over here. Hack. Inflicts damage and stuns versus an enemy skill. He has guard on the last one, so that must mean it's like this. Since he didn't use a skill, we didn't get stunned. We just do a little bit of damage. This is mostly useful for servants that use skills and stronger enemies that use skills, but none of these here use it. So no need to use it versus just slow fly like this. And here is our second trigger. Nice. So this must be the second required cipher key or trigger if you insist on using the common vernacular. If we want to find the triggers, we need to thoroughly explore the arena. We must use this priority master. Yeah, we already got both of them. Right, and that's the exit. Right, as you can see, we start seeing more and more things. So This one's gonna get a guard on 5th. So that means it must be... like
行くぞ
this.
マスター。さてはっ打ち砕く。受けるがよい。不審だね。そこを動くな。
And that's that.
芸がない。
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and farm a little bit here. So yeah, I'll cut off a bit here, and I'll see you just in a little bit. Right, I'm back. After a little bit of grinding, I am now level 10. And we got a few more points to do on the chapel. We've got everything, we can leave.
続きは後日に。
Nothing really to worry about here. Okay. Saber's not asleep, meaning she wants to talk to us. Excellent. They tasted my blade. I'll continue to let loose their blood if they lose their secrets. If you lose their secrets. However, we can't win against them with information alone. Be diligent in your training. And we've got, right, 99%. I know why it's 99% because the area behind the escape hatch. Yeah, we need to go around it. Stupid. We'll do it tomorrow. And that's the thing we already seen. Logbook, the Invincible Armada, and the Anti-Magic. And that's gonna be it for now. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more of Fate Extra. Ciao.